BlackBusters.
What's cracking with the family? Welcome to BlackBusters again, the best movie critique podcast, movie review podcast in the world.
In the world, Craig.
In the world, Craig. You know what I'm saying? I'm your host, Big Ja, along with my co-host.
I'm going to be Hypnotone.
Hypnotone!
I'm Hypnotone today.
There he is.
Yeah.
Hypnotone. That's dope.
Yeah.
Clever, brother.
Thank you, bro.
And y'all probably like, what do you mean Hypnotone? You know, almost every other week he got a different a different name to go along with his name. Hypnotone. You know. Hypnosis.
Hypnosis.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hypnotize, all that. And he's doing that because today we are going to be reviewing the movie Get Out.
Woo!
Man.
Oof.
Get Out, bro.
Oof.
There's so many things. This is about to be fun, bro.
Man.
Get Out. Written and directed by the great Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is this his first film?
This is his first feature.
This is his first feature film.
Yeah.
And he came out with a bang, bro. Pause. He came out with a bang. It's ridiculous. It's a great film. I loved it. But we'll get into why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, what's interesting, we're doing this because it's Valentine's Day.
Ooh-wee.
Valentine's week. So love is in the air.
Love is in the air, though.
And it's an interesting time to talk about this psychological thriller that's dealing with relationships.
Yeah.
There's so much going on in this movie about race.
Right.
There's so many questions. There's so many things and subplots. I think it is probably the top Black psychological thriller. Like, I was thinking about like what other psychological thrillers exist like this, and it was hard for me to find any like that can really be placed next to Get Out as a
not as a rival.
Yeah.
Are we not talking about
not thrillers?
Tales from the Hood.
That's a horror. To me, that's horror. This is psychological thriller.
Yeah.
To me. This, even though the movie was scary for sure, but like the scares were jump cuts, right? Like, loud bangs, someone walks around, long stairs,
creepy stairs,
violin, you know what I mean? Like that type of shit.
Right.
But just
there was no ghost, no spirits, and nothing like that.
Nothing like paranormal.
Right.
Just the concept itself is horrifying.
Yeah. And just so y'all know, for those who haven't seen the film, Get Out, directed by Jordan Peele, is starring Daniel Kaluuya, Allison Williams, Bradley Whitford, Catherine Keener, and Brother Lil Rel Howery. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brother Lil Rel.
My man Rock.
LaKeith Stanfield as well. Stanfield. This movie is about a young man who's a black dude that has a white girlfriend, and the movie opens up with him packing his clothes to go away for the weekend to his girlfriend's family's house, her parents' house in like upstate New York.
Yeah.
Or like not necessarily the Hamptons, but they're near the Hamptons.
Hamptons, wealthy and secluded.
Yes, she's a young woman of privilege. He's about to meet her parents for the first time, and now they have a conversation about does he ask her, which is weird for the first time after I guess however long they've been together. Do they know I'm black?
Yeah.
Do your white parents know that I'm black?
Yep. An important question to ask.
Very important. I feel like at this point. Well, let's keep going before I go back to that. She's like, no, I didn't tell him. He's like, why you ain't tell him? She's like, why? How do you tell somebody that? Why would I tell them what your race is?
She doesn't see color.
She does, yeah.
And neither do they.
Yes, my parents aren't racist. Right. They don't see color. They're very nice people. Matter of fact, if my dad could vote for Obama 3 times, he would have done it. You know what I'm saying? That's how non-racist the Armitages are. That's her name is Rose Armitage. Armitage. So they set out to drive to upstate New York, the Hamptons, damn near, and so and then they come across. I guess the first example of the first foreshadowing of some bad shit about to happen is that cop.
Yeah.
So they're driving up the road. They upstate right now. They in the woods, and they hit a deer.
Yep.
A deer comes running into the street. They hit him. Bam. They nervous. They pull over. They get out. He goes to see if the deer's hurt. The deer is dying. Or the deer dies. Crying. Making noise.
Yep.
So they call, I guess, the police. And the police is standing next to the woman, the white girl. And he's a white man.
Right.
and he's taking her report. And Daniel's off, not Daniel, but his name is Chris Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Chris is like on the side of the road, just sitting there trying to like compose himself,
right?
But minding his business,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Out in the woods, with the whites,
and the white girl is talking to the white cop.
Right,
that everything's gonna be cool. Out the blue, he's like, "Yo, sir, I see your ID."
Mm-hmm.
And the white girlfriend's like, "Why you didn't see his ID? I was driving." No, and they asked who was driving.
Rides for him.
Yes,
yeah.
So the white girl is solid, man. She's really on his side.
It's a great fake out.
Man.
It's a great fake out. Like at this point.
This was done perfect.
Chef's kiss.
Because, bro, I'm going to keep it 100. I don't think I saw it coming until the keys.
Oh, yeah.
I was like.
Oh, yeah.
No. And that was the movie theater. When I went to, I saw this in the theater years ago, back in 2017 when it first came out.
Yep.
The crowd was like, I know it.
Right.
Oh. And I didn't know it.
Yeah.
And, I don't think people knew it either. They were saying I knew it like, oh, we should have known.
You know, even on like the rewatch, she's super solid back in the apartment, right? On how she explains to Chris that, you know, it doesn't matter that you're black.
Right.
Race is not a thing, right? Mm-hmm. She's hella affectionate with him. And it's almost like that inside baseball that she has with the cop. When the cop gets to go on the normal, whenever there's an incident, you know, we have to get, you know, ID. And she was like, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
And stared at him like, I know the playbook. Right? Like, you know, I was at the meetings.
Right.
So they set her up to be a strong advocate for Chris.
Right.
And as we get into all the weird shit, we keep in mind that she seems so on the up and up.
Right.
Which makes her turn so awesome.
Yes.
You know,
I got the second time around. I have to say that I knew that she was bullshit. So I felt like I saw the clues early. In hindsight, but when I first watched the movie, I didn't know.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell, man. I was like, oh, she right. She with the business. I mean, she cool, little cutie pie, cute white chick.
At this point, there's no the Rod sees all the red flags.
Yeah.
He sees all the red, like, you shouldn't be going out there.
Yeah.
Right?
And honestly, he's supposed to be the wacky homeboy that nobody really takes serious because he talks so wild, he's crazy, he's silly. And on top of that, that's low-key prejudice when you saying, man, you got a white girlfriend, you about to go meet her parents, don't go out there.
Yeah.
They're going to do something to you. Come on, bro.
And it's
in real life, that's not going to happen.
It's interesting because, like, Rod's natural skepticism and paranoia of white folks keeps him safe.
Right.
And would have kept him safe.
Yeah, he would have never been in that situation.
Chris almost has I don't want to say he has a desire to assimilate, because they never really say that. But
they show it. Yeah.
But he's with her, bro. He's in love. You know, he's going to see the family, even the way like he chuckles off.
Yeah,
you know,
I hated
the
that.
shit that would kind of be uncomfortable.
First saw it.
A lot of, chuckling off. Like he's trying to fit in.
He's trying not to ruffle the feathers.
Exactly. So he does not see the red flags.
Yeah.
Even though they come in very red.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Right.
The oddity of it, because he's trying so hard to fit in. Whereas Rod not trying to fit in at all.
For sure.
Wasn't trying to fit in at all.
I'm cool, man. I ain't fucking with that. You shouldn't be there, man.
You shouldn't fuck with that either.
Right.
Right? Like, you shouldn't fuck with that either. So they get to the house. They meet the parents. What was your impression of the parents upon the first meeting?
Cool. I like how they there was a reason that the first introduction to them at the front door on the porch was kind of a wide shot.
Yeah.
Kind of just watching them from across the street. Everything seems cool.
Yeah.
It's collected. The people are nice. They're very warm and
We're
welcoming.
huggers.
We're huggers. And like, damn, from outside looking in, or from across the street, that they're a good family.
It seems warm.
Everything seems super cool.
Yeah.
Then you get closer. And it still seems cool, but you see, like, I feel like Pops is a little too chummy.
Yeah. How long has this thing been going on?
Yeah. And he was like, Daniel Kaluuya was like, I'm gonna keep it 100. I probably would have chuckled that one off too.
Yeah.
There's certain things I would have chuckled off too, so I can't be mad at them about that. The cop situation, nah.
This is what is so good about this movie. I don't know, like, how much time you spend with diverse folks. I spend a ton of time. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I live in the suburbs,
right?
Not predominantly black. So almost every interaction has that kind of Chris in the living room, right? When you're at the grocery store, the warm smile, the chuckle. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm just trying to like get my groceries. I know I'm fish out of water. I'm not trying to cause no stuff.
Right.
Let me just get in and get my groceries, right? You know, your kids go to, you know, a non-predominantly black school.
Right.
So your wife is meeting, you know, people at the pickup line. Next thing you know, you at a birthday party. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just like Chris, only black guy here.
Yeah.
Somebody want to talk to you about LeBron.
Yeah.
Somebody want to tell you about Obama.
Yeah.
You know, somebody want to ask you about George Floyd. You know what I mean? Like, so the circumstance in which you're the only black guy in the room, right? And you're here.
Right.
You know, and you're just trying to get by and make small talk and be as regular as you can.
Right.
Came across 100% on the screen.
Nah,
100%.
For sure. And I live in North Hollywood now, so it's different, man. I'm around. It's also more white than I'm used to where I'm from, but it's different. These are different whites. These whites have been around black people enough to where it's not weird. They don't ask you questions and because you're black. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So a lot of these people are from like this is like I live in like the area where it's like the art district.
Right.
It's all the dancers, the poets, and the singers, and the rappers, and actors and directors. They all a little more hip. So I get it.
Which is how the parents come off.
Yes.
Like the parents come off as North Hollywood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, non-black. The pop is self-aware. Listen, man, I know what it looks like, man. Like, you know, the groundskeeper is black and the maid is black. I know what it looks like, man. But, you know, they took care of my mom and, you know, when my grandparents passed away, we kind of kept them around. You know what I mean? Like,
that's weird to me because like what they got you brought it up, but you didn't really explain it.
Yeah.
Your explanation kind of didn't make it better.
It's almost kind of like he was trying to like, let's just speak to the elephant in the room. Right? You know what I mean? Like I know that you're black and I know that like the black people but he uses the word servants, which is interesting when he was like, you know, white family, you know, 2 black servants, right? Like, you know, to me that was a tell because servants is a very specific word.
That's old school, man. That's 1777.
That's a framed word, right? But he's trying to, you know, be cool about it.
And I think that word servants, him saying that kind of like spelled out. I think he wasn't trying to say that, but he said it anyhow because that's how he really feels. You know what I mean?
Which is weird because these are also, you know, his parents. Right? Like, you know, in literal blackface, right? So
black body,
black
right? Frame.
You know, so it's odd, you know, they kind of fuck with him about the smoking, and then the brother comes in. And to me, the brother is the first, everything else is odd dinner party, you know, I'm only black guy in the room energy. But when the bro shows up, he brings this weird energy to the situation.
It was great too. It was overwhelmingly apparent. But it was very smooth and subtle.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like he was trying to be cool, smiles. Yeah, man, you like UFC?
Telling stories about the sister, and then as soon as you know, your DNA makeup in your frame, you could be a beast. Yeah.
I said, yeah.
Beast. It's so interesting.
Like, okay. And even then, I know I'm like, I'm gonna laugh that off too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it 100. I would only because I'm at the dinner table and I'm not going nowhere. I'm staying tonight. So, and I'm not, and I'm a stall him on that. He could be racist. And that could be on some racial shit, or he could. Some people are just because a black dude would say that to me.
Right.
Hey, bro. Damn, if I had your size, bro, I'd be. You know what I'm saying? So I'll let that slide. I'm even him wanting to wrestle.
Yeah.
He's a little faded. He drunk. You know what I'm saying? He want to come out there and do some moves.
He just, he's a roughhouser, right? Like, certain people play like that.
Yeah.
Like fools that love to slap box Or you know, growing up, you know, let's play Mercy. You know what I mean? You know, you know what I mean? Like those uncle,
hot hands,
that type of shit, right? Like
bloody
some people,
knuckles,
right? They like to be physical with their play. Right,
yeah,
like
exactly.
you know, just you know, like on some caveman type shit.
Let me show you something.
Let me show you something.
Let
me see if you
in the grass,
arm wrestle. You know what I mean? Like right,
all right, bro,
itching in the grass because you know what I mean, tussling with the homie.
I can take you,
right,
bro. You can. Let me see. No, bro. Let's chill.
But he's drunk. He's swirly, and then I started just like kind of brings me to one of my first interesting questions about the kids are the two hunters in the family. And they have two very different approaches to how they hunt, which is very interesting. And it brings up the fact that, like, aside from the maid, which is the grandma, the absence of Black women in this movie, right? There are two Black women that I counted in this movie. Right. The first is the grandma and the nurse, and the second was the police officer, right?
Maxine Shaw, attorney at law.
Right. And it seems like from the reveal that happens later that they are almost targeting Black men exclusively. Like the demand for it is for Black men.
Right.
That there was not a demand for Black women.
Right.
Right. Which I thought was so interesting because it's like the white women maybe did not want to become Black women. Right. But the white men wanted to become Black men.
Right.
I thought that was very interesting. Like super interesting that there was not like, you know, more evidence of like, damn, man, they be kidnapping, you know, Black men and Black women, right? It was specifically about Black men.
Because, you know, white boys want to be Black guys because they want to run faster, jump higher, be stronger, be
Which
taller.
was the granddaddy's thing.
Yeah.
Couldn't get off that loss to Jesse Owens. Right.
He was like,
took an elder Jesse.
He took an elder Jesse Owens. Was hilarious. and he never got over it.
Never got over it.
That's the interesting. I think I'm sure that was by design.
Yeah.
Like the auntie, I mean the grandmother was the Black woman because they just want to keep grandma around. You know, that's crazy because we never saw them together. The Black woman and Walter and I forget her name. Georgina. Georgina and Walter, you never saw them together. Like it would have been cool if we would have saw them like hug or walking in the woods together across the yard.
Right.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Why are they hanging out so tough?
Fucking odd.
Yeah.
Like those characters gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
You don't have, and it's crazy because all you got to do is smile at me too long.
Yeah. But with that weird smile. That weird smile. And it's almost like that smile is like race agnostic. If anybody looks at me that way, but especially that, and this is like one of my big tales going back to like living in the burbs. Anytime I come into contact with another Black man, especially, I always nod. I always speak 100% of the time, and it's just as subtle as that.
Yeah.
What's up, bro? How you doing?
Doggy.
And whenever the guy doesn't give it back to me, it's weird as fuck to me. Like, what is your problem? Like, what are you on? What's going on in your head? Acknowledge me, brother.
Yeah.
Just acknowledge me. Like, I'm not
trying. My man, up the block, man, I did this, and you didn't do this back.
Right.
You didn't even do this.
Like, that's weird. And to me, that was, even if they hella cornballish, and it's obvious that you've been out here way too long, respect the melanin. Like,
what if you know me as a writer? I'm thinking of that scenario where you do the head nod or the head the nod or the head tilt down, and he don't respond.
Yeah,
and then you in the store and you follow him in the store. Hey, bro.
Yeah,
I just gave you the universal.
Yeah.
He was like,
the nod.
Oh, my fault. That's what that was. My bad, bro.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of too late, but I guess so.
Yeah.
I've been here too long.
I've been here too long.
I missed the sign.
I missed the sign.
My bad, bro.
Right? Like, okay, cool, good.
You falling in that sunken place.
Good to make sure you're not in the sunken place, right? I want to make sure you're not in the sunken place. Because when he interacts with the family and the way they talk, you know, she's top of the line.
Yeah.
The divine.
Top of the line.
Right. Like creepy. I would have left right there.
Business.
I'll be minding my business. Nothing that I don't enjoy doing. Right? Like, I'm ready to go right now.
Yeah, when
right
dude
now
ran at me and hit the 90 degree,
hit the
I
pivot.
said, "Oh yeah, bro,
time to go."
I thought that Chris Washington was too passive at first. Not. I mean, even though I did to say I would laugh a lot of things off too. But when he was talking to certain people, when the lady was when he was asking questions to the girlfriend, like, "What's up? What's Walter's deal?"
Yeah,
and she was like, I would have been not passive with her. What's going on? Explain to me what's going on. And her and what kind of got me, I don't know if it got me the first time I watched it, but this last time I watched it, I'm like, she kept apologizing without really having no solutions. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. Like, without even talking to her parents about it, like, all right, let me talk to my dad.
Yeah.
Dad, Mom, I think when he said, I think your mom hypnotized me last night.
I'm sorry.
Nah, that wasn't a red flag for me. I think that at the time, when I first watched it, I was like, oh, she just don't know how to, some women or kids don't know how to, like, get at their parents.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to holler at my parents. You hypnotized my boyfriend?
Yeah.
In this case, my girlfriend, if I brought my lady there without her consent?
Yeah.
We're leaving.
She does a masterful job of acknowledging his discomfort and then letting the air out of it. Right? Almost like she's aware that this shit is weird. And the fact that she's aware that it's weird and that she's acknowledging that it's weird, it puts Chris at ease. Can you believe my mom?
Yeah.
The way she snapped at Georgina?
Man, embarrassed her?
Yeah. And my dad saying my man and all of that.
He's probably never said that before in his life.
Right. So so basically acknowledging to Chris that you're not bugging.
I see it too.
Yeah. And I recognize that it's weird. And the fact that she isn't alarmed by it, and he trusts her, means that he shouldn't be alarmed by it.
We're in this together. We know that things is going wrong, but you got me here.
And every time something happens, she's Johnny on the spot to A, acknowledge it, B, apologize for it, don't do nothing about it. Right. Don't take no stands really, maybe like, we're going for a walk, right? Like, let's get out of here or whatever.
That was by design too.
Yeah, but she's playing the role the entire
Let's
time.
go for a walk. We need to get him out the way so we can start bidding on him.
Right.
Yeah, that's funny. That was cold.
And then the way when the rest of the dinner party shows up and everybody's like almost like I was asking myself up until a very specific point, I was asking myself, like, are these white people racist? Like, are they racist? Like, there's an admiration, there's a desire, right? Even the folks at the dinner party, have a curiosity, they don't seem racist up until the point where they get to bidding on them. Right. And at that point, I was like, well, that's the most racist shit you can do ever. Right? So, like, obviously, these people are.
The block, the slave block.
The slave block, right?
Yeah.
But, like, they were touching his arm. And
that's a firm grip you got there,
buddy. Are you a golfer?
Let me see your form.
Yeah. I know Tiger, right?
Right.
Like, so it's just, and it's odd. And he's trying to navigate it. And then comes the scene where he sees LaKeith's character.
Yeah, Andre.
And to me,
Andre Logan King.
To me, that is like the equivalent of like running into a brother in the grocery store.
You see another token. You
see, what's up, fam? What's going on?
How you doing, man?
What up, man?
Ain't too many of us out here.
He gives him the hi.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you? Yeah. Chris was just asking what it's like to be another African American. Like, red flag. Like, we gotta go. Right. These white people is weird. Your parents is weird.
The nigga's weird.
The nigga's weird. Yeah. We got to go. Right. These cakes is not worth what's going on here.
Yeah. I don't even know if I would tell my girl that I'm leaving for that reason. I'm like, you know what? Such and such is sick. I would have played the part with her too. If I don't want her to try to talk me out of it. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, I'm dumping her as soon as I get home.
As soon as I get home.
Your family's weird.
This is over.
Yeah. It's going to never work.
This is over.
We're never going to be comfortable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think this film was a perfect, you know how the white girls is wearing braids, they call them boxer braids? No, it's cornrows.
Right.
That's just what we've been doing for years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Since the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Traditionally. Cornrows, braids, this and the other, plaits, whatever you want to call it. But oh no, Kim Kardashian wore it, so now it's boxer braids.
Now it's boxer braids.
No, you can't reinvent something that's already been invented.
Right.
Like, they want to be us, but they hate us at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie was a perfect example of we love you, your culture, we love everything about you, but we hate you, even though we want to be you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, even so, the two approaches from the kids. Her approach was, let me date this black dude, love on him, sleep with him, this and that.
Right.
Because she loves it. It's probably the best sex she's ever had.
She loves it.
But at the same time, she knows she's about to kill this dude.
Yeah.
And he's about to be murdered.
Yeah.
And it's okay because he's less than. But let me get this pipe first. You know what I'm saying?
He's less than. Yep.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so she was down for the swirl, knowing that it's gonna take his life. The brother's approach is different. He probably doesn't even want to befriend black people. I'm just gonna see a random nigga walking down the street. I'm gonna get out the car, hit him over the head, choke him out, and then throw him in. That's how I'm gonna get my captives.
Yeah.
She's gonna get her captives by swooning him. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like sleeping with him and getting him close to the family. I'm just gonna knock him over the head, throw him in the trunk.
Such a great point, Job, because it's almost like I'm not 100% convinced that the brother was bought into the philosophy. Right? Like of what they're doing. Right. I think he's in it for the physicality. Yeah. I think he's in it for...
he wants to compete.
For the domination. He wants the physical domination.
I don't want to be a black dude. I don't want to beat him. I can beat him.
Let me beat them all. Let me bring them all. They even make the allude, like the way he brings his in. He brings his in rough.
Yeah.
Right. Like
he wants it.
He's the evil overseer.
He could have been like, hey man, Andre, bro. My family's having a little party upstate.
Yeah. Right.
Why don't you come out?
Right.
He could have befriended Andre. He likes sports.
Yeah.
He can just go into the sport world and find a black dude.
He doesn't have that tact because he don't like black people like that.
And she don't either, but she can mask.
But she can mask because she's a woman, right? So she can offer box, right?
Offer the box.
She can offer box, and unfortunately, a lot of black guys are easy marks.
Right, bruh.
A lot of black guys are easy marks. So I imagine she slid up into him at the bar. Or the lounge, got to talking that stuff, maybe used a little bit of familiar slang, and suddenly he can't help but bite that forbidden fruit. Yeah. So I believe she was a master.
She was
at pulling black guys.
Right. I think she was the best out of all of them.
Yeah.
Even the mom was pretty good, but the mom it started to creep out of her. She was like, "That's my kid.
Yeah,
that's my kid."
But the mom to me was cold.
Yeah.
Like it's interesting. The mom for me was the most, I'm about this business, the business of what we do. There was not a whole lot of like flair with her. Nah. The daddy is cozying up, da-da-da-da-da. The bro is broing out. The whole time she had that look in her eye like,
she was sweet.
We got something to do.
She was warm, but you could see her intent.
Her intent was always malicious.
It was always like, okay, you can see through it.
Yeah.
I think that was Catherine Keener, she did a great job.
Great job.
It was a great performance, man. Because it was very, with a smile, it was always like this.
But she was very easily, let me sit down.
You know what I'm saying?
She got to twirling that tea. She was about her objective the entire time.
She was trying to get, she didn't even let him go to sleep.
Nope.
She was, he up? Okay, I'm about to get this.
We ready?
I'm going to get the round one first, the level one. So she was like, take a seat with me. Sit down with me. She got with the tea, the spoon and the cup.
Now you're in the sunken place.
Yeah, he couldn't even get out of there.
Couldn't get out of it, man. That was, and that's what, the sunken place.
Symbolic.
That's so symbolic. And the way LaKeith and then the way the woman that played the grandma.
She was dope.
The way you could feel the black people inside them fighting.
Bro.
Fighting to warn. Fighting to come out. Like the one part where he says, I don't feel comfortable around a lot of white people. And you could just see.
She was like, this is it.
And that other part of her, inside her, the black girl, is trying to warn this fool. The tears come out. Like, and then, oh no. Yeah. Intense. And then the way LaKeith, when he recognizes what's going on, the sadness that comes over his face that then transforms into terror.
Took that picture.
Get out of here.
He said he's just that picture, he said,
boom. Boom. Yeah.
He came. He was like, get out. Get out.
Get out of here, man. And despite that.
On some, not even on some, I love that scene because it wasn't like, now he got up and just ran off. Because that's him. Like, that's Andre coming out of the grandfather.
Right.
Showing up. He was trying to warn the other brother, nah, bruh, you gotta go.
You gotta go.
It's almost like save yourself.
Yeah.
Like he's getting
It's too late for me.
It's too late for me. You gotta get out of here.
You gotta get out of here.
You know what I'm
you gotta get out. Man.
And come to find out they homies.
And that's what
not homies. They knew each other.
But they knew each other.
They knew each other. So
they
knew
each other.
Oh, Chris, you gotta get the fuck out of here, nigga. They out here taking us.
Yes.
They taking us, bro. Yeah.
And Chris still doesn't leave.
Right.
Still doesn't leave.
Yeah.
This, and they, they do a good job of explaining it, but he was like, that was not a seizure. I know a seizure. So it's at that point that I think Chris has decided it's time to go. Right?
Then?
Well, because after that, he's sitting there, they're sitting there on the couch. Everybody's consoling him and apologizing and this and that. That's when she says, let's go for a walk. They go to walk, he tells a story about, his mom. She hits him with, you're going to leave me, or you're going to leave me here. And then they decide, like, okay, we're going to leave.
Together.
Right. But the fix is in. The fix is in. and that's it.
Now, let's talk about this closet that the door's wide open all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think that she would have done that? Or do you think that she can care less if you found out or not? Because you ain't getting off this island.
I think at this point, he's already in the trap, right? I think it's it's interesting because they have to keep him up and amble so that the folks can poke and prod him,
right?
Or else they never. He stays in a sunken place from the first night, but they need to show pony him around. Right? People have to have an opportunity to talk to him, to look him in the face, to touch his arms. So that's the only reason why they didn't put him down like that night. But I think for her, he's already in the trap.
Yeah.
Right? His foot is already in the bear trap. He's not going anywhere.
He's not.
We control this environment. And when we decide that we're tired of playing with him, we're going to reel him in, put him where he needs to be.
Right.
So I think, those were her trophies, obviously. But I don't think I think they had such little disdain for him.
Right.
Right? That she didn't even respect it enough to lock her shit up.
Right. She was like,
whatever.
I'm saying he
can't leave.
In 2 days, he's going to be done.
Yeah. He can't leave. He can't go anywhere. Mission accomplished. I'm basically just keeping the charade long enough for these people to bid on you. Once you sold, on to the next one.
Rose,
yeah,
the keys,
yeah.
I love that.
Oh.
That was symbolic as well because he was saying like he was starting to change. He went from docile, meek dude, all film to like, all right, just keys now.
Yeah,
give me the keys now.
Yep.
I was like, man, he was fed up.
When he saw them photos in the box, that's when he realized I'm in some shit. Because he asked her specifically, I'm the only
black guy. I'm the only first black boyfriend you ever had.
Right. So he goes through, he played it cooler than I would have played it. Because when he goes through the photos and then he sees the groundskeeper and the maid in the photos, I don't know if I could have kept the charade long enough.
You got to.
I might have just
because you might not have got down the stairs.
I might have just walked out. I might have walked out the house. I might have just
get the keys.
I need to get some air. I'm walking. I'm walking.
But I think you can't walk yet because you don't have the keys. I might play it off to where, you know what, let's have dinner.
This is his grave mistake. Chris can be excused for a lot of this. We've already talked about what we might laugh and chuckle off in the pursuit of just being good, congenial house guests, right? So he's trying to be cool. He's trying to assimilate. The shit is weird. I'm around all of these weird white people, but this is my girl and da-da-da-da-da. But when he looks at those photos and sees that she's lied to him And he sees these two black people that he's interacted with at this property who he agrees with are hella weird. Rod's told him that all these niggas is probably hypnotized and sex slaves. Why would you then trust her to give you the keys? Right? Like, at that point, it should be clear she's an op.
The ops.
She's the op at this point, right?
Uh-huh.
She cannot be trusted to do ally shit. She's not going to help you get to the car and get home because you've seen what she is.
That's the part where I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
That part.
I'm snatching her bag, and or I'm playing the safe. It's a few things I'm gonna have to do. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'm gonna play the role, and because they were supposed to be walking out the house together,
right?
So that wasn't gonna happen. He probably should have had to find a way to try to get her keys, out her hand. So snatch her bag. Excuse me. I probably would have walked up to her and said, "What is this?"
I'm headed for the woods.
Handing her the photos.
Yep.
Don't head for the woods because then they're gonna hunt you.
This is what I feel like.
They got fat. They got Bo Jackson.
They got Jesse. They got Bo Jackson.
Yeah, he's
That's
ready.
Right. They got Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
He's ready. I just feel like I can't get to this car. Like, she's not an ally. I'm on my own. I cannot trust any of these people in this house anymore. If I can't get the keys, and even if you get the keys, like, you got to get to the keys, get to the car started, get out the driveway, get down to the road. That's a lot. Right. I feel like I had a better chance walking down and almost kind of like, it's been a crazy day. I'm just going to step outside and get some air. And as soon as I hit that porch, Audi 3000.
And now you in the woods. Yeah. Maybe a cell phone. You do have a cell phone.
Yeah.
I feel like you got Bo Jackson gonna be on your heels.
He's gonna be on my heels.
And Jesse. I mean, not Jesse, but like the brother,
Lacrosse.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He wants to fade anyhow. How would you get out of there?
All right. This might not be politically correct. As soon as I see the pictures and she comes to the door, baby ready? Slide there. Bing! I'm sliding.
Right.
Bing! Taking her purse, slowly walking downstairs. She slid. She's gonna be down there for at least two minutes.
They not gonna know what went on upstairs.
Brother got downstairs with the what's the
lacrosse stick?
The lacrosse stick. And he's just there ready, but he's not really ready. I'm not showing the thread yet.
Yeah.
I'm walking slowly to him. Like, what you doing with my sister's bag? Bing! I'm folding him on sight. Those are the two biggest threats.
Right.
Hopefully Pops don't have a strap.
Right.
And he didn't at the time. Right. So I'm socking him too. I'm socking the brother. Jeremy can sled. Bop. And then I'm rushing the Pops. So I'm taking care of everybody in the house before I leave out of there.
The one thing
that's why
that like we wouldn't know and Chris didn't know was that the tap on the teacup was gonna make them fall out.
Oh, that's right.
That's what
That's right.
So in hindsight, I want to try to smooth my way out the house, away from the tap, and just try my luck in the woods.
I feel like I can't go to the woods because they're going to have shotguns.
And it's their woods.
It's their woods.
It's their home court.
They probably like, if somebody was to try to run away, they're going to probably try to run towards the water. Let's go there first.
It's a fucked up situation.
Yeah, but baby girl gets slid.
Yeah. She got to get, she's taking one.
I think only because I know that she's trying to kill me.
Yes.
And she, you know what I'm saying? So at this point, she's part of this whole little racist ring and black people slavery thing and all that transposing organs and turning to cloning, not cloning, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
just body snatching motherfuckers, man.
Body snatching niggas.
Yeah.
I ain't never fired on this chick before in my life, but at that point in time,
she
bing.
I mean, because the deception is so real.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll
take that the most. I'll take offense to her the most.
Yes.
For the deception and the lies.
It's to me because it's the most manipulative. It's the most manipulative.
And she's the one, she offered me up.
Yes.
She's like, hey, mom, dad, I got somebody. His name is Chris.
Right.
I'll see you guys next week.
And that's what, I mean, as ridiculous as this shit sounds, and I know it sounds ridiculous, the reason why she's the worst is because the brother is just a hunter. He He finds prey. Mm-hmm. He gets prey. Mm-hmm. He brings prey home.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. The daughter is 4 months.
Yeah.
Fucking this nigga.
Yeah.
Like 4 months laying in the bed. Just
mouthing them down. Giving them all the bottom and the top.
Earning his trust.
Right.
Right? Like, just breaking him down so that all his guards are gone from a psychological standpoint, and then pull the rug out from under.
The keys, Rose. She was like, I'm trying to find the keys.
And then the way she said,
that was dope. That was so dope, bro.
Man. Such a twist. Man, and then she was so about it, y'all. She got right back to work. She didn't even take no days off. Like Rose is no days off when it comes to hunting niggas. Loops, right?
Drinking milk.
Yeah, just back on the internet. No, when it comes to hunting niggas, there's no days off for me. Right? Like,
I got him, right?
You got him?
My mom's did the little teeth thing. He fell out. Yeah. He's in the chair going through going through orientation.
He's going through orientation.
And I'm about to get right back on.
I'm trying to earn some commission.
Let me find the next Tyrone.
Yeah. AAA, what was interesting, this is a subtle thing that, like, did you notice that her cereal was segregated? She had the milk. She had the milk in one glass.
And the bowl of cereal.
And the colored Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops.
In the other. Yeah. And she kept them. I was like, oh, see,
she's tripping.
She's tripping.
The colored and the white milk
separated.
Mm-hmm. But she loves them both.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What a that shit terrifies me.
Man, I think
that shit terrifies me.
I think Jordan Peele is so dope, man. I think he did this movie. There was I was about to say this movie had no holes, but there was a couple holes. Like why he didn't the laugh off. Now that I think about it, I would have laughed off a lot of that bullshit too.
All of that shit.
Because either I'm laughing or I'm tripping. Mm-hmm. And if I'm tripping, I'm probably leaving everybody. I'm taking the keys.
Right.
Yeah.
But your girl is telling you that you're not tripping.
Right.
That's what was cold about her shit.
I'm sorry.
She was acknowledging.
There was no arguments. Our arguments would have made him say, you know what, fuck it. Take me home.
Right.
Matter of fact, give me the keys.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
No. She acknowledged what he was feeling. She pacified him.
Yeah.
Every single time she pacified him. And this happens a lot, right? Like, at the job, somebody says something inappropriate, or maybe like, somebody makes a joke that kind of comes across as racist. You go to HR acknowledges what happened.
That's crazy. I'm so sorry you went through that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're gonna do it. I'm gonna talk to the supervisor about that. Right. The same way Rose was like, I'm gonna talk to my dad about that.
Don't talk to your dad.
I don't want to just.
It's not that big of a deal.
I'm not trying to trip. You know what I mean? Like, and that is what Black people typically do in that situation. I'm not trying to ruffle no fucking feathers, man. I'm just trying to survive this weekend. I'm not fucking with you after this weekend. It's obvious.
I'm done.
I'm done. But I'm just trying to like get by. So I feel like he's just, he's tolerating it. The inexplicable shit doesn't rise to the level of like, man, I should be very concerned. Because I think she's broken him down.
Yeah.
She's broken him down. She's made herself out to be an ally. He feels safe with her.
Right.
And
trust her.
For the foreshadowing in the beginning, feels like she will defend him with the shit with the cop.
The storytelling, the character development was dope. It made me feel comfortable with her. It made me believe her. Rose is a real one. She's a real one. She got the homies back, and that's cool. In hindsight, I started seeing her apologize too much, and I was like, that's kind of whack. But the first time I watched it, I think I didn't even catch all that. I'm thinking she's real, and she's down for him until the last minute when she pulled them keys out. That person was like,
on the rewatch, every time Chris was ready to hit the eject button, she shows up. Every single time, she shows up. What's going on, dude? What the fuck? You left me down there. You know what I mean? Right. Like all that. All that shit.
Watching them.
Watching them. Everybody's watching them. It's fucked up, man. So we get to the end of the film. He's in orientation. Brother smartly, puts the cotton in his ears so that, and fakes the funk in terms of like, pretending to be out, goes ham, appropriately so.
Cracked dude over the head.
Cracked his ass. Twice.
I would have stabbed him with the antlers first, man.
Yes.
I hate them. It wouldn't be a movie if they didn't do this, but I hate when you got the monster or you got the bad guy over you and you hit him over the head and you drop the weapon and run off. No, keep hitting him over the head. Kill this dude. Make sure he ain't breathing before you leave.
Well, Chris learned his lesson. Yeah. Because he didn't double tap him after he hit him with the joint, but when they was at the doorway and he was stomping, he made sure homie was done.
Second time around, I'm not gonna make the same mistake.
That's what was so good about it. He escapes, kills the brother, kills the dad, kills the mom, gets out in the car, drives a car, hits the old lady. Yeah. And it connects right back. Brilliant storytelling to like my mom was left on the side of the road dying. Yep. Puts her in a car. She comes to, wows out. And then the grandpa shows up.
And
Grandpa gets there. Bo Jackson, Ray Lewis, like, chases him down. They're tussling. He gets his camera out. He snaps the photo. Homie comes back. What do you think about that character's decision? He's back. He shoots Rose, and then he shoots himself.
Because like he said, like you said earlier with LaKeith's character, he was like, I'm already done. He knows I'm done. I've been trying to, like, LaKeith been in that situation for 6 months. He's been trying to get out of that that sunken place
for years.
And he knows he keeps falling back. No, it was about 6 months, remember?
LaKeith? Okay.
But you're talking about Walter. Walter been there for about 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Bro. Yeah. He's been there for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, bruh, as soon as I get an opportunity to show myself a little bit, that flash got me to be me for a split second. While I'm here, let me end it all. Because I know I'm about to fall right back down into the sunken place.
Yep. I know. I've been there.
I've been there for years. Now I kind of got to the top of the place. Let me off myself before I go back. And I'm lost for good.
Yep. Rod pulls up. When those sirens hit, I was just like, and Chris is going to go to jail for all of this shit.
Killing all these white folks.
He killed all of these white folks.
And a few blacks.
Right?
He ran the one over.
Nobody will believe him. The house is going up in flames.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And then here comes our boy. And
T.S. motherfucking A.
And I love it because they're sitting in the car. They're taking a beat. And he looks over at Chris and he goes, I told you not to fuck with them people. It's like the thesis of the movie.
When it's all said and done, no eloquence, no smarts, just playing out.
To fuck with them people.
I told you not to fuck with them people, man.
Yep. It's crazy.
I told you.
It's crazy. So let's get into some awards.
Okay.
Who's your MVP of Get Out?
Of course. Rob Williams.
It's Rob Williams.
Rob Williams, man.
The easiest MVP.
That's an easy pick, yeah.
He's
what they call it? The
unsung hero?
No. When you're hands down the MVP, like it's not
unanimous.
Unanimous MVP. He's
MVP.
Unanimous.
Yeah. And was the MVP the whole movie.
He was the voice of reason that wasn't getting listened to, and he was the savior.
He put it all together. He was taking the information. He told Chris, man, I'm taking the information that you're telling me, and you got to get out of there. A gang of times.
Yeah, sex life. Sex life. Shit, sex
life, right?
Yeah.
He puts the pieces like, yo, listen, that's homie that was missing. Goes to the police.
Remember since he used to date Renee?
Yeah.
Oh, he was like, yeah. Oh, I knew that was him. I knew he looked familiar.
Yep. Put it all together.
He was like, that's Dre. That's Dre. That's Dre.
That was so easy. Like,
it was like,
that's Dre. The fuck you dressed like that for? Sex slave.
Sex slave.
Right?
He got there with a whole white woman. Sex slave.
Yep.
Sex slave. Oh,
he knew right from the bat. And then, shows up. Went to the police, tried to get his boy.
Tried to do the right thing.
Took it into his hands and showed up to get his boy. And then let his boy know you was fucking up.
You was dumb, man.
Easy. Who's your LVP? Who's the least valuable player in this movie.
Least valuable player.
There's so many characters that do so much.
I feel that's a hard one because everybody played their part.
Everybody had a part.
Even the blind dude. Even definitely Jeremy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rose was fire. Moms was cool. Dad was great. Walter was important. Georgina was important. Dang, who's the least? Is there one?
I'm gonna say the police.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Because Rock gave them enough information. Despite this stuff, I have a photo of a guy that's missing. This photo was taken yesterday. Of this guy that's missing. You're not even gonna check it out? You're gonna laugh it all off.
And I think he purposely, meaning Jordan Peele, purposely made the cops black.
Yep.
Like
they was all minority. Oh, that's such a good
one
point.
Was Spanish maybe, but the other two were black.
Yeah, they're all melanated.
All melanated, and it's like, damn, we don't even trust each other to believe each other. That's fucked up,
right?
And if they were white cops, you would think they were probably in on it.
Yeah. Any overacting awards?
Lil
Yeah.
He was supposed to be though.
Yeah.
Oh no, hell no. Sex slave. No, man.
Right.
You got it there.
Right.
As opposed to, hey bro, nah, fuck that, bro. You gotta get up out of there, man.
Yeah.
You got, hey bro, yo, Chris.
Yeah.
Get the keys, take an Uber, bro. Let me know you at. I'm about to come get you. He like, oh no, hell no, man. I'm about to come get your ass.
Yeah.
It was over the top.
He was bombastic.
But he was supposed to be.
He was supposed to be.
Yeah, so.
To me, I thought the acting was spot on throughout the whole movie. Maybe the only thing was the way the dad was doing the silent bingo. Right, like why? First of all, why is it silent like that? You know, that part was a bit much, but whatever. Let's crystal ball this real quick. Chris never dates white women again, right?
Oh, come on, bro. If he does,
right?
If he does, bro, he deserves everything he gets.
Yeah.
Nah, he gotta. You know what I'm saying?
He's got to be done.
This is like, which is crazy because Jordan Peele, isn't his wife white?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
His wife is white. So I wonder, I would love for him to have been here, and I could ask him. So, what's your thoughts? I mean, what's your wife's thoughts when you wrote this film?
Right.
Like, what are you trying to say with this? Because when it's all said and done, this movie to me means, hey, black men, stop dating white women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if that's not the case, that's what it feels like to me.
Right.
Hey, dude, stop dating white women because they're whites are almost cannibal. Whites are, if not cannibal, they're consumers of black people, black culture.
Yeah.
I get all that, but you got a white wife.
It's very weird because there's none of the white folks in this movie are good. Right? There's no side character that's the homie. You know what I mean? Like everybody that you interact with is on this shit. So there's that particular indictment.
Right.
The other indictment is what it says about like the people that seem most harmless. Right? The woke ones seem most harmless. The ones that are making like the best effort. Now again, we live in a diverse world. Right? For me, I take people, I'm the dominant variable in a situation. I'm black. I'm gonna always be black.
Right.
I can't change who I am.
Can't do it.
So I will let whatever your response is to me is what's on the right side of the equation.
Yeah.
X plus Y equals Z. I'm X, I'm black. You Y. However you respond to my blackness is what the friendship is going to be. Right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, if
this is not going to change. It's a constant.
I'm the constant.
You're the variable.
You're the variable. So like, if you cool variable, cool. We going to be cool. If you odd variable, cool. We going to be odd. Right? Yeah. But I think, probably the central thing is, hey, brothers, keep your head on a swivel.
On a swivel.
Because what happened is that in this particular movie, Chris goes from being the dominant variable to a recessive variable. When he gets to questioning his stuff, giving people too many passes.
Oh, shoot.
Right? You know what I mean? It's TSA. Giving people too many passes, that's when he's, no longer in control of the situation.
Right.
So that would be the central thesis. If you had to imagine a sequel.
Yeah.
What would Get Out the sequel be like?
So the people that came to that party, they're still out there, my nigga. And so out of some of them white people, somebody over there is a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Somebody over there is a chemist or something to where they're like, damn, this dude single-handedly took down the Armitagers, the leader of this whole little cult.
Right. This order.
Let's get back. He's out there still. I still want them eyes. Well, the guy, that guy's dead.
Right.
Yeah, but like, I think
he can't be allowed to survive knowing this.
Right. Part 2 is they go and get Andre. They got to go get Andre. They have to go get Andre. Even if Andre is done.
Right.
They got to go get Andre.
Right.
You can't leave him out there.
Here's my sequel. Rose survives. She doesn't bleed out.
Okay.
She survives. Somehow she survives. She's in the hospital. She comes out the hospital. She reconnects with the order. We always had a backup plan, a contingency. We've got somebody else that could do the process.
Boom.
Rose, the body weak, her conscience gets transferred into a black woman.
This guy.
Right?
Yeah.
Couple of months or years later, Chris, who is definitely PTSD, meets this black woman.
He's not even dating nothing right now.
He's not even dating nobody.
He's chilling.
And he's exclusively black women, but he meets this black girl, kind of like starts to fall in love, and it gets revealed, Tiffany, Shanae. And then it gets revealed that Shanae is Rose, right?
Through like she slips up and says something to make him, or does something, or she brings up something that no one that
only happened
Shanae
there.
should know.
Yep. And then then he has to escape from her.
Yes.
Right?
He finds himself back in one of them chairs.
Right. And like the movie, is something about Shanae that's kind of off. Like he takes Shanae out dancing and starts to do the WAP, and she can't do the WAP. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
she had no rhythm, nigga. She's just here with it.
She's never seen an episode of Good Times.
She's never seen Coming to America.
She's never seen, like, so these are these like little things.
But over the time while she's healing and she's transferred into a black woman, she's going through her courses. She's learning. She's watching certain movies. Yeah. So she has watched Harlem Nights, but she haven't watched Coming to America.
So it's just
she's watched Roots. It's an oddity. She didn't watch Shaka Zulu.
Yep.
So he realizes, where you from again?
Where you from? Yeah. And you never knew this.
And she can't be from New York because
she's not from New York.
Family.
Yep.
She's from
and her objective is revenge. Right? And much the same way she broke him down psychologically before, she wants to break him down psychologically again because he is closed off.
Right.
He's hard and callous because of what he's been through.
Right.
And she wants him to let the guard down before, and that's Get Out too.
Does he smoke again still, or he done smoking?
Oh, he smokes. He's smoking weed now.
Blocking miles of weed.
Blocking miles of weed because of what he's been through.
Damn.
It's an interesting sequel.
And Rod Williams is like, something about Shanae, man. I don't know. He got a word for him. Like, bro, come on, man. She black.
Yeah.
I know, I get that. But still, I don't know. She good for you, man.
Or maybe like Rose comes back and pursues Rod. And like, that could be an interesting twist to get back at Chris. I mean, that's what I would play. Like if I was in the writer's room, I would be playing with all those scenarios.
Part 2 would be Rose doesn't die. She doesn't bleed out. And she gets transferred into, but she's on like maybe in a coma.
Yeah. Life support.
And she wakes up and like you said, the order is back there and we have another neurosurgeon.
Yep. That can do the process.
He's been studying.
The only way to keep her alive is to transfer her into
Zoe Saldana.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I agree.
All right. Time for the fists.
This movie was very well written, very well directed, very well performed by the cast. Black Fist goes to Get Out, and it's 5.
Yeah.
It's an instant classic for me. When I first watched it, I said, man, this is an instant classic.
Yes.
Because I'll watch it. I see something new every time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a smart, simple storyline,
mm-hmm.
but it's so complex too. When you see like when the blind dude starts to break down everything at the end.
Yep.
And I love the way he did breakdowns in the source of like the video, like the Armitage family when Rose and Jeremy were little kids.
Yep.
Like that was dope as hell.
They've been doing this for a long time. They've been planning this.
They've been bred to do this. And then she was finally ready to start dating blacks and bringing them home to the crib for sacrifice.
We're ready for it.
Yeah, I think it was job well done, man.
I can't. Every time I watch this movie, and I've seen this movie a couple of times, to your point, I see something new every time, and I can't look away.
I can't.
Once I've never started Get Out and like not finished it, right? Like I've got to get it to the end. There's nothing like it ever. It is a blackbuster, to the core.
Yeah.
It is 100% super dope. 5 Black Fists, easy.
That's crazy. It's such a great film. It's a great black film.
Mm-hmm.
It's how great it is. The cast is majority white.
Boom.
And it's a black film for sure.
Black film for sure.
It felt black.
100%.
It felt black. You know what I'm saying?
Because we can all relate to Chris.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been in those rooms.
Yeah, I've been the only black dude in my class before, for sure.
The only, you know what I mean? And then you get cozy, you get friendly, come to the party.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like, and now you're there and
eating a potato salad with
sometimes it's all good. Sometimes it's all good, but sometimes you're chuckling some shit off.
Hey, man, what you think about George Floyd?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit.
Yeah. Like, you don't believe that, right, Ja? Right? Like,
I do.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
This could be a couple of things.
Yeah.
Police aren't always.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Come on now.
Boom. Instant classic.
Yeah. 5 fists for sure.
5 fists.
Get Out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boom.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Folks, man, this is dope. I would love to do this again.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, man, we're gonna go back and redo. We're gonna break down another black film a second time, which is sometimes maybe a different guest to get their opinion.
Yeah.
I think we might one day possibly, this movie is so dope. And one day we might get Jordan Peele on this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
You know what would be an interesting wrinkle? Dope. Would it break all the rules for BlackBusters if we had like a white homie come in?
I was just thinking that. And because man, I wonder what some of these white actresses and actors,
what their take on it
was when they read the script. They probably were like, "Oh yeah, I got to do this shit."
Yeah, this is so real. There are times where we do like rom-coms and shit like that, where like a woman's perspective is 100%, needed for the conversation. Right. I have never had a conversation with a white person about Get Out, and I would be very curious as to what their take and what their perspective is on this film. Right. So maybe the next go round.
Super dope, bro.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, that's it for this week. Get Out was a dope ass film. Definitely Black Fist from both me and brother. Don't tell me. Hypnotone.
Hypnotone.
Hey man, we have fun. What's your thoughts? Leaving your comments, share it, like all this, man. And what do you guys think about Get Out? And if you're a white supporter or even a non-black supporter, I would love to get your take on this film. Yeah. And what you think about it. You know what I'm saying? And until next time, man, love life, be good or be good at it. I'm Big Ja.
Yeah, Hypnotone.
Hypnotone. Catch us next time on BlackBusters, man. We out of here to the max. Pew. BlackBusters.